Caitlin Clark has officially joined the Indiana Fever, and she's already making waves. After just a few training sessions, head coach Stephanie White was left speechless. Everyone knew Clark was special, a once-in-a-generation talent. But what White revealed about Clark is something no one saw coming. One small detail in Clark's training has completely separated her from almost every other player White has ever coached, and this includes some of the biggest legends in WNBA history. What did Clark do that left White comparing her to the greatest of all time, and why does this change everything for the WNBA? Stick around, because Caitlin Clark isn't just here to play, she's here to take over. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. By joining our crew, you'll stay updated with the latest WNBA news, expert opinions, and breakdowns of major moves like this. Don't miss out, we've got it all covered. Now, let's talk about why Caitlin Clark's impact is such a big deal. She's barely set foot on the court for the Fever, and yet, she's already turning heads in a way no one expected. Stephanie White, who has coached some of the greatest talents in WNBA history, was left in awe after just a few training sessions with Clark. And it's not like White is the kind of coach to throw around empty praise. She's been around legends, and she knows what greatness looks like.
So Stephanie White is obviously now the coach of the Indiana Fever, and that is a good thing.
So, when White compares Clark's work ethic to that of Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings, you know it's a big deal. Catchings is one of the hardest working players to ever play the game, and to be mentioned in the same breath as her is a testament to Clark's drive. What's even crazier is that Clark is just getting started. This isn't a player who's already peaked. She's still evolving, still learning, and constantly pushing herself beyond expectations. Every time she steps onto the court, she's fine-tuning her game, making adjustments, and becoming more dangerous. Clark isn't just impressing her coach, her teammates are noticing too. When you have a rookie coming into the gym with the energy, confidence, and work ethic of a seasoned veteran, it pushes everyone around her to elevate their game. That's how a culture changes and how a franchise transforms. What exactly is it about Clark that's making such an impact? Let's break it down. Stephanie White has coached some of the best players to ever play the game, and she's not the type to throw compliments around just for the sake of it. When she says Clark's work ethic reminds her of Tamika Catchings, that's not just hype, it's historic. For those who might not know, Tamika Catchings is a WNBA legend, a Hall of Famer, and one of the hardest working players in league history. For Clark, a rookie, to already be compared to her in terms of effort and commitment is truly remarkable. Clark isn't just showing up to practice and going through.
In my opinion, it's big for Caitlin Clark, it's big for women's basketball.
The motions, she's obsessed with getting better. She approaches the game like a seasoned veteran, studying it, asking the right questions, and pushing herself beyond what's expected. And here's the kicker, White hasn't even fully coached her yet. Clark is already blowing people away, and she's only scratching the surface. Let's be clear, this isn't just about making threes and flashy passes. Clark's commitment to her game goes beyond that. She's working on every aspect of her skills: defense, footwork, playmaking, you name it. She's not just practicing to maintain her skills, she's training to dominate. And that mindset is what sets her apart. Clark is constantly refining her shot mechanics, making sure her release is quicker, more accurate, and consistent under pressure. She's also improving her defense, anticipating plays before they happen, and ensuring she can guard multiple positions effectively. It's this all-around approach that's taking her to another level, but it doesn't stop there. Clark's basketball IQ is through the roof. She's not just playing the game, she's analyzing every move, every play, and every situation that unfolds on the court. She studies film relentlessly, breaking down opponents' tendencies, figuring out how to exploit weaknesses, and making adjustments on the fly. This level of attention to detail is typically seen in seasoned pros, not rookies. And let's talk about her conditioning. Clark isn't just working on her skills, she's making sure her body is in peak shape to withstand the demands of a full WNBA season. She's building endurance, improving her strength, and refining her agility. The Fever recently shared footage of Clark working out with Coach White, and it's clear that her preparation isn't just about being good, she's training to stay great for years to come. But perhaps the most impressive part is how contagious Clark's work ethic is. Her teammates see how much effort she's putting in, and it pushes them to step up their game. When a rookie comes in and outworks the veterans, it creates a ripple effect. Suddenly, the entire team is training harder, competing at a higher level, and elevating their play. Clark embraces the grind. While some players might view extra work as a burden, she thrives on it. She knows that greatness isn't just about talent, it's about putting in the countless hours behind the scenes. She moves differently. She sees the floor differently. She shoots.
Caitlin Clark is back in the lab, or should I say, her natural habitat. The Fever shared footage of Clark getting a workout in with new head coach Stephanie White.
Differently. There's a level of excitement and urgency to her game that's impossible to ignore. So what does this all mean for Clark's future? If she's already displaying this level of discipline, commitment, and hunger as a rookie, just imagine where she'll be in a few years. We're talking about a player who isn't just looking to make an impact, she's aiming to redefine what's possible in the WNBA. Clark's mindset doesn't just make her a great player, it makes her a natural leader. She's already setting the bar for her teammates and the entire league, showing what it takes to be the best. And if you thought Clark's journey would slow down, think again. Despite being one of the biggest stars in women's basketball, some critics
She moves different. She sees the floor different. She shoots different. There's just a level of excitement.
Wondered if she would be too big for coaching. But the truth is, Clark is fully committed to learning. She's open to feedback and wants to be pushed to her limits. For someone who's already breaking records and becoming a household name, it's rare to see that kind of hunger for improvement. Caitlin Clark is built for greatness, and if you're not already paying attention, now's the time to start. Caitlin Clark could easily coast on her natural talent and shooting ability, but she's demanding more. She doesn't just want to be great, she wants to be legendary. And that's a big deal, because if she's already elite now, just imagine what she'll be in a few years. That's a scary thought for every other WNBA team. Clark isn't just absorbing advice from her coaches, she's actively seeking ways to improve. Whether it's watching hours of game tape, tweaking her footwork, or working tirelessly on her endurance, she's showing an unmatched level of commitment. She's not content with her current skill set, she's determined to break down every aspect of her game and rebuild it even stronger. She's the type of player who takes a small flaw and works on it obsessively until it's no longer a weakness. Her ability to take criticism and immediately apply it sets her apart from many young players.
You can see she worked up a sweat. Stephanie White looks focused. Some instructions. This is like tight handle work to keep her handle strong, keep the ball protected, be able to navigate in smaller spaces.
Some athletes resist coaching or struggle to adjust their game, but not Clark. She understands that even the best have room to improve, and she's embracing every challenge head-on. And let's not forget, this attitude is contagious. When your leader is constantly striving to improve, it pushes the entire team to work harder. That's exactly what's happening in Indiana. The Fever players are watching Clark's drive and realizing they have to elevate their own games just to keep up. This is the mentality that turns a team from mediocre to championship level. What's even more remarkable is Clark's leadership. She hasn't even played a single WNBA game yet, but she's already stepping up as a leader in the Fever's training camp. For a rookie to command this level of respect from teammates and coaches before even playing her first professional game is almost unheard of. Most rookies enter the league focusing on proving themselves individually, adapting to the game's speed and physicality, and finding their place on the team. Leadership usually comes years later, after a player has established themselves as a star. But Clark, she's already leading from day one. Stephanie White, the Fever's head coach, has worked with many young players, but she's noticing something different about Clark. The way she carries herself, interacts with teammates, and demands the best from everyone in the gym is setting the tone for the entire team. Even the veterans are recognizing her influence. Clark isn't waiting for permission to lead. She's not shrinking into the background hoping to earn respect slowly. She's taking it now. Her energy in practice is contagious, and it's already pushing her teammates to work harder. Whether it's through offering words of encouragement or giving a quick piece of advice, Clark is helping her teammates raise their intensity. But it's not just about her words, it's her actions. She's leading by example, showing that hard work isn't optional, it's the expectation. Whether she's the first to arrive at practice or the last to leave, her dedication is crystal clear. She's not just going through the motions, she's setting the gold standard. And she's not just leading on the court, she's building trust and chemistry with her teammates off the court too. That connection will translate into success during games. The level of awareness and maturity Clark displays is what separates good players from great ones. Her leadership isn't forced. It's natural. She has an undeniable presence that commands attention and respect, whether she's helping a teammate with a drill or celebrating a big shot. As the Fever prepare for the upcoming season, it's clear that Clark isn't just here to be a star. She's here to transform the entire culture of the team. Her leadership, combined with her talent and work ethic, is setting the stage for something special. Now, let's talk about the rest of the WNBA. If Caitlin Clark is already shocking her coach and making waves in training camp, what does that mean for the rest of the league? It means they're in trouble, big trouble. Clark isn't just bringing talent, she's bringing a level.
See, it also looks like Caitlin is bulked up a little bit, like she's put on a little muscle mass to be ready for next season, which is an MVP season loaded.
Of preparation, intensity, and leadership that will make her unstoppable. She's not just playing basketball, she's making a statement every time she steps on the court. Her approach to the game is different, and it's setting a new standard. The rest of the league better be ready because Caitlin Clark is going to be the MVP of the WNBA next year, there's little doubt about that. What we saw from her as a rookie was impressive, and now that she's entering the WNBA at a time when women's basketball is getting more attention than ever, more fans, more coverage, more pressure, she's only going to thrive under it. Clark doesn't just welcome big moments, she craves them. She's built for the spotlight. Every game she plays will be watched closely, every move analyzed, every shot scrutinized. And guess what? That's exactly how she likes it. The pressure. She thrives under it. Instead of shying away, she's leaning in, working harder than ever to meet and exceed those sky-high expectations. Her relentless drive is already making an impact, and it won't be long before every team in the WNBA starts feeling it. She's not just entering the league as another talented rookie. She's coming in as a player who could shift the balance of power in the league. Caitlin Clark's ability to dominate the game with her shooting, passing, and leadership makes her a complete package. The rest of the league needs to wake up because she's not here to blend in. She's here to take over, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop her. And that's a wrap. Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves, she's making history. If this is just the beginning, imagine what she's going to do once she hits the WNBA stage for real. Stephanie White is already in awe, her teammates are stepping up, and the entire...
When you think about the great point guards and post players that our game, not just our league, but our game has seen, they are going to go down in history as the greatest.
Entire league, yeah. They better be paying attention. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay on top of everything WNBA, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss a thing. We've got all the latest updates, deep dives, and the best basketball stories coming your way. And hey, what do you think? Will Caitlin Clark live up to the hype and take over the WNBA? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's going to be the MVP of the WNBA next year. I almost have no doubt. What we saw from her as a rookie, the fact that she's going to get better.
Clark has officially joined the Indiana Fever, and she's already making waves. After just a few training sessions, head coach Stephanie White was left speechless. Everyone knew Clark was special, a once-in-a-generation talent. But what White revealed about Clark is something no one saw coming. One small detail in Clark's training has completely separated her from almost every other player White has ever coached, and this includes some of the biggest legends in WNBA history. What did Clark do that left White comparing her to the greatest of all time, and why does this change everything for the WNBA? Stick around, because Caitlin Clark isn't just here to play, she's here to take over. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. By joining our crew, you'll stay updated with the latest WNBA news, expert opinions, and breakdowns of major moves like this. Don't miss out, we've got it all covered. Now, let's talk about why Caitlin Clark's impact is such a big deal. She's barely set foot on the court.
And I'm excited about the opportunity to work with them. I'm excited about the opportunity that we have to build from those starting points and build out, and for the longevity.
For the Fever, and yet, she's already turning heads in a way no one expected. Stephanie White, who has coached some of the greatest talents in WNBA history, was left in or after just a few training sessions with Clark. And it's not like White is the kind of coach to throw around empty praise. She's been around legends, and she knows what greatness looks like. So, when White compares Clark's work ethic to that of Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings, you know it's a big deal. Catchings is one of the hardest working players to ever play the game, and to be mentioned in the same breath as her is a testament to Clark's drive. What's even crazier is that Clark is just getting started. This isn't a player who's already peaked. She's still evolving, still learning, and constantly pushing herself beyond expectations. Every time she steps onto the court, she's fine-tuning her game, making adjustments, and becoming more dangerous. Clark isn't just impressing her coach, her teammates are noticing too. When you have a rookie coming into the gym with the energy, confidence,